Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you all, if you haven't been put on notice, if you haven't been made aware, if you haven't been watching basketball, Zach Lavine and Demar Derozan are the best 1-2 punch in basketball easily. They are the best duo in basketball by far. I've been watching this season closely. I've been watching the NBA closely. This year, I watch it closely every single year, but my hometown Chicago Bulls have been jumping off the screen nearly every single time I watch them, except the last time they just played the Golden State Warriors. That loss pissed me off. I ain't going to count it against them all the way because that was their first time playing without the all-star big man, Vucevic. But nonetheless, hey, they've been hooping. They've been balling on another level this year. And the main reason they have been so successful this season is because of Zach Lavine and DeMar DeRozan's play without question, right? I'm going to tell y'all this, man. I'm really glad that DeMar DeRozan decided to give his prime years to my hometown organization because he is coming through phenomenally. Like, really, it's so crazy at this later stage in his career, he's taking that step towards being looked at as a superstar player. And a lot of people may not be paying attention, but you got to look at the numbers. The man averaging 26 points per game, 5.6 rebounds a game, 4 assists per game, and he's shooting 36.7% from three, right? Which means he has improved his three-point shot, along with him being a sniper from the mid-range. Everybody know from the mid-range he is money. He money without question. He knocking down every single shot, almost every shot. It's really a surprise when he misses a mid-range shot because that's how clutch he is. DeMar DeRozan, he's taking that step and he's looking like a top 10 player in the NBA. Like, I'm watching him put up 37, 35, 34, another 37, 38. Like, he is like, I'm like, damn. And it's crazy because when he was in San Antonio, a lot of people thought that he was regressing from his years in Toronto. He was averaging 21 a game. They're like, man, DeMar may not be the same player that he once was. I even became a victim of thinking, you know what, DeMar can still be a 21, maybe 22 point per game scorer. But, you know, I think his best years of him being an all-star may be behind him. I was sadly mistaken. I was highly confused when I said that. Like, I don't know what, for real, I'm watching this DeMar DeRozan this year. His shit on automatic. He ain't playing with nobody at all. And I'm just glad that he's on this squad because you need a veteran like DeMar DeRozan who's been in situations, he's been on great teams before. He's been on teams that have been expected to make deep playoff runs. And really, it's a shame that and I'm saying he's a top 10, he's playing like a top 10 player and we haven't seen this progression from him for real because it was really looked over. He was in the Eastern Conference when LeBron James was reigning supreme. So no matter how well he was playing, no matter how well he had his team moving and shaking, him and Kyle Lowry, they always ran into LeBron James and they got annihilated every single time. Nearly every single time they got annihilated. So it really, is it his fault that he was playing against like the best player in the game at that point and he wasn't able to top him? No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? LeBron was doing that to a lot of dudes in the Eastern Conference, getting them up out of there and going to the finals every single time. But what I'm saying is DeMar DeRozan is proven to be a better player this year than what anybody ever predicted. Especially, Bleacher Report had DeMar DeRozan ranked as the #1 worst signing in free agency. And look, this shit is backfiring now, man. Like, DeMar is really, again, playing like he is Kawhi Leonard of the 2021-2022 NBA season. He playing like the Kawhi this year. You know what I'm saying? He's even defending better, shooting the three better mid-range on money, showing great leadership intangibles. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing from DeMar DeRozan so far. And let me get to my boy, Zach Lavine. I'm so damn happy for Zach because now he's getting national acclaim. He's been put on notice. You know, he's putting everybody on notice from his play. The Bulls are getting primetime games now. They're playing against the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. I can't wait to see what my Bulls going to do against stacked teams when they got... Because, look, I recognize my Bulls are small, and we're going to be particularly small without Nikola Vucevic. But I always want to see how we stack up against other teams when we play, even though we play a small ball. I want to see how we can combat certain things that they do. But Zach Lavine, y'all, like, Zach out here, like, he hooping out his damn mind, even with a hand injury. You got guys that thought he was just an athletic guy that could just dunk and be a slasher. The man has improved his game every single year he's been in the league. And that just shows the hard work and dedication that he's been putting in the gym. Now, I said this duo is the best duo in the NBA. I'm not saying it just to talk shit. They are leading. They are scoring. Excuse me. They are both. The duo is scoring nearly 52 points a game. They both are scoring nearly 52 points per game, which is leading the NBA. So they playing better than the duo of Kevin Durant and James Harden. They playing better than the duo of LeBron and AD because LeBron ain't been around. He hasn't been available, right? They playing better than Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. They playing better than Anthony Edwards and Big Cat, Karl Anthony Towns. Like last night, Demar had 35. Zach Lavine had 29. Zach hitting a dagger to send them home and get them up out of there against the Clippers. Like seriously, y'all, they beat the Clippers 100-90 last night, and Zach Lavine and DeMar DeRozan was sniping them boys. Getting their ass up out of there. They getting caught on screen. Zach hitting the three. DeMar DeRozan with the mid-range, attacking the basket, using their athleticism, using their high basketball IQ. It's just they playing basketball like it's a beautiful thing to watch. It's a beautiful thing to watch, man. And I'm looking at this like, well, this duo is what people thought KD and Kyrie Irving was supposed to be, right? Now, we know Kyrie Irving ain't taking the COVID vaccine. I ain't mad at him for it. You know, I understand his trepidation in it. You know what I mean? But, you know, this is what people were, this is the way they're performing. People thought KD and Kyrie were going to be performing at this level. But nobody had the Bulls. Like, I remember when it first was announced that all the roster moves we made, and I told folks this is the best offseason I can remember as a Chicago Bulls fan. And I'm looking like, look at all the pieces they've assembled together. This shit looks good. It looks great. It looks great. And nobody was really trying to give them credit for it. I seen, and shout out to Nuke, Chris Broussard, but Chris Broussard, like, I mean, they might sneak into the playoffs. They might become a playoff team. He never predicted they would play this well. Stephen A. Smith saying he was unsure if Zach Lavine and DeMar DeRozan could ever mix. He don't think that would be a good mix. He don't think them two would mix well. Well, shit, I don't know. They might be sugar and Kool-Aid because they mixing quite well from what I'm seeing so far. They mixing good as hell for real. And I'm looking like the Bulls are really looking like a force to be reckoned with. All they missing really is a big man. They don't need a high-scoring big man, just like a big man like a Dwight Howard or something like that. A guy that can defend, that can get putbacks, that can catch lobs. They can just rim protect and get rebounds. That's all we need, and I think we will be sealed up and locked up, especially with our boy coming back. What's my boy name? Kobe White. Kobe White coming back from injury. It's gonna look well, man. And let me just say this too. Zach Lavine, his damn fadeaway is unguardable. That fadeaway he got is beautiful. It's beautiful to watch. I'm like, man, Zach is really like, he a hooper. He is a hooper, man, and I'm so glad he's just getting all the recognition he deserves. We playing national games on TV. Guys like, oh, Zach cool, but he ain't. No, he was he was on the Team USA. He was an Olympian this past year. So now he's got the confidence and the sweet play. He always been playing with that swagger even last year. But now his confidence and his swagger is on 10,000. He believes he can hoop and compete with anybody in the league. He don't care who it is. And that's nothing but the truth, y'all. Like, Zach is really taking I think he's taking the next step in his game, which is why I predicted him to win MVP this season. Now, DeMar DeRozan is leading the team in scoring, but I'm telling you, look, so Zach Lavine is averaging what? 25.9 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, 3.7 assists per game, and he's shooting 36.5% from three. I told y'all, DeMar DeRozan averaging 26. So 26 and 25, Zach averaging 25.9. You can round that up easily to 26. They both are scoring the ball at a high clip. At a high clip. And Zach is playing big time ball. He's playing with a lot of heart. He's showing great skill. He plays with a lot of passion. And you can see what he can do when he's playing with a group of guys who he feels confident in, guys that run with him and get up to play with him. And they play with the same enthusiasm that he plays with. Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso. You got even Javonte Green. He's undersized but playing with a heart of a lion against all these bigs out here, man. You got, what was my man? Tony Bradley. You got all like Derrick Jones Jr., all these guys on the squad, just Ayo Dosunmu, Morgan Park High School's own. Shout out to the South Side of Chicago, Illinois, baby, Wild Hunters. But, you know, they all just coming together and they working collectively as a unit. But this duo with Zach Lavine and DeMar DeRozan, it's beautiful to watch, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. And even watching Zach, you kind of forget he had an ACL injury. That's a hard injury to come back from and still play at an all-time high. He still got super athleticism, supreme athleticism, still playing with confidence. And it's paying off without question, man. Like, and this is the thing. Zach is due for a contract at the end of this year. Zach planned to get that. He planned to get that $200 million, that $200 million max. But he also planned for respect, for the Chicago Bulls to be recognized as a force in the NBA, and for them to make a push, a deep push. I ain't talking about just get the playoffs and all of that. He want to make a serious push to a chip. Now, in my opinion, we still are missing a big man away from making that push. But I believe if we get a solid big man, a really, really solid big man, we could do something and we could be very, very special. This bench mob that we got assembled, like the energy, like when Io come in the game, man, the energy is crazy in the UC. It's crazy in there, man. I think everybody is becoming excited about the Bulls. Before the season started, nobody could give a rat's ass about the Bulls, what they was going to be doing. People like, I ain't worried about them. What Deion Sanders say? He didn't say this about the Bulls, but when he was doing the NFL coverage and it was some terrible teams playing, he'd be like, ain't nobody care. Ain't nobody care. Ain't nobody care about that game. Ain't nobody care about that game. Everybody care about the Chicago Bulls. You better care about the Chicago Bulls the way they playing. I'm watching that Clippers game last night. All them damn Bulls fans in Staples Center, it was crazy. I'm hearing people cheering for the Bulls like they at the United Center. So that lets me know, man, the league is on notice and everybody is watching what the Bulls are doing. But in particular, they watching what DeMar DeRozan and Zach Lavine are doing, man. And again, DeMar has improved vastly as a three-point shooter. It's going to be dope to see, man. Last season, before the season, DeMar was ranked as the 82nd best player in the NBA. He finished 45th on the list last season. I'm telling y'all right now, he playing like a top 10 hooper this year. You know what I'm saying? And Zach Lavine right behind him, right there with him. So, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm interested to see what they do against the Lakers. If we get this win tonight, y'all know, and look, y'all know I'm the biggest LeBron James fan you can find. Bron ain't playing tonight, but I don't care. They get a win against Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook. They get a win against them, Carmelo Anthony, all them different type of veterans and great players on that team. They beat that team. It's going to be official. And if they beat the Denver Nuggets, I'm interested to see how they play the Nuggets and Jokic. I'm interested to see how they play Milwaukee Bucks. They beat them squads. Shit. Hey, watch out, y'all. See red. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.